cardio burns fat, right? No. Cardio actually burns calories.
Deep sea driving, I see.
Something like that.
Well, here's something else. With your Farmer's Policy perk,
Dan MLB, the producer.
All right, good evening and welcome to News for Free America, your home for disruptive media. We are your hosts, Dallas and
Kiera. What's up, aka the Bitcoin Queen.
no AKA over here.
Alright, we'll figure one out for you soon, I'm sure.
Yes.
AKA DJ Dallas, maybe?
AKA DJ Dallas in the house.
Pew pew. We need a mixer.
Yeah. We need a mixer. So we got our tip jars over here on the right side.
You're welcome to donate Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. We'll talk about that later, and Doge. Also, we have Cash App and Venmo, right?
Yes, Cash App and Venmo. Yes, we do.
So here at News for Free America, we give you our opinion and let you know what's going on in America without the spin of the mainstream media. We do tell you our opinions on this show, so if you are offended by opinions, you might want to find a new channel or go watch CNN.
Yes, and everything that we show you here, we show you under the Fair Use Act, and it's for educational and entertainment purposes and commentary purposes.
Yes.
So, today's Tuesday, 22nd, episode 7 for News
Correct.
for Free America.
Correct.
I have been lacking on uploading the recordings of the live streams, so I'll probably start uploading some of them tonight. Anyways, nothing really good.
Nah, I mean, at least not on my news feed. I'm sure there was a feel-good story out there somewhere. If anybody has anything they want to share, feel free to send it to the email address. What's that?
The email address is nffatips@protonmail.com. Again, that's NFFA, just like News for Free America, tips with an S at protonmail.com. Or you can find us on our Telegram channel and you can message us directly or send it through the comments, whatever it may be. So, I just want to talk real quick about, think of the current state of America, the financial situation of your everyday Americans. All right. Remember, also, history always repeats itself. Hang on, let me turn this on. And, in the Great Depression, people turned in their gold for worthless paper dollars. And I just want to read a quote real quick from Norm Franz. "Gold is the money of kings, silver is the money of gentlemen, barter is the money of peasants, and debt is the money of slaves." So, just it kind of represents the state of America's financial situation right now.
Definitely emboldened by the lack of movement by people. And I mean, everybody's mad about what's happening, but what are you going to do after you're mad? What is the action that's going to take place? How are you going to use your emotions to fuel your action? So, yeah, like Dallas said, everything repeats itself, though. The Great Depression, people traded their gold dollars for paper. And they traded what was actually worth something for what's actually worth nothing now. And the Federal Reserve actually made money off of that while people were suffering. They turned around and gold was valued at 60% more than what it was previous to the time when they did the buyback. So, I mean, if that had happened when people still had their gold, they could have came out of the Great Depression through their own means. But they want us to submit to a handout because that's more control.
Yeah, absolutely. and maybe you could help yourself by diversifying with a little bit of crypto. We don't make any money off of what we're telling you guys about crypto or anything like that. Again, these are just our opinions. We originally got into crypto back when Bitcoin was around $900 a coin, and I remember,
600.
I remember going crazy when it hit $1,800. I was like, "Holy shit, $1,800!"
Yeah, now it's 23,000.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't been in it as much. I always tend to lose when I play with it, but Kira is really good at it and does way better than I do. So
That's just from years of study at this point, years of observation. And what I'm seeing right now is opportunity. And that's the reason why all the regulations are coming into the market. So if you are a follower, you might have heard that the CEO of Ripple is currently being sued by the SEC, and Ripple went down, 30% today in one day. And really that's because they're picking and choosing. So the Federal Reserve, the federal government, and all its entities has decided to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and anything that is not those two, they are going to strike down. They're going to make it very hard for anyone to get in. So anything that is being put under lockdown, just like the Great Depression, you're trading your value for what's worth nothing. They are trying to get what's going to be worth something in the future from you before you have it, for that financial liberation. So pay attention to what's going on and get involved in cryptocurrency.
But so like my deal about crypto now is like they're planning to use it supposedly in the Great Reset as well.
Yes,
So
the problem is there's so many. The problem for them is it can be decentralized. So I can create a coin, you can create a coin, your sister can create a coin, and it can have value because of the people. And that's what they don't want. They want to determine the value of things. So although some of them might be controlling, as this guy is claiming Bitcoin is controlled by the Chinese, I have a stock called VET that is definitely controlled by the Chinese. They're going to be using it for groceries. But I'm going to be using it to make money, to liberate myself, because I know that anything that they're connected to is going to bring me value. Does it mean that I'm invested in the project? No. Does it mean I care about that? No. But just like they use me as a tool, I'm going to use them as a tool.
yeah, you got to leverage the system just like they leverage the system. Especially China, they do so much currency manipulation that if you know that they manipulate their currency, well then there's plenty of ways that you can hedge your bets and win, knowing that China is always going to manipulate their currencies. So
Definitely.
there's you might as well play the game too.
For sure. You're being played, so why don't you flip that around? Because you know that you're in a game. So now you have one step ahead of the person who's running the game, because you realize that you're in it. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in the game because of morality, or are you going to step above it and know what you're going to do for the next 10 steps?
Yeah, it's a brave new world out here, and it's a whole new playing field, and you better learn real quick how to play, otherwise you're gonna get left behind. So, it might not be the most moral ways of doing things, but morality is out the window in a lot of situations, especially when you're dealing with corruption.
Definitely. And you don't have to lose yourself in it.
Right, absolutely.
So Miss AOC, man, she has been letting it fly here lately, and I'm really trying to figure out what's going on with her. She is very extremely disgruntled, but this time she's not turning her fury onto the Patriots or Trump voters, which are not what do you call that when they're not one and the same. She is turning her fury towards her own party. Actually, all the lawmakers here calling everyone out for passing this 5,593 page bill in actually 2 hours, is what I read, is the most current report.
Yeah, I read 2 hours as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that I got a couple of clips. I mean, there's just banger after banger of news today. Will make your head explode, really.
Yes.
Really piss you off. I mean, your tax dollars are just being fucking lit on fire right now.
They might as well just print all the money out that they say they have on and put it on the front yard of the White House and just do a bonfire. You know, feed us all hot dogs. At least nobody be starving.
Yeah. I mean, what an absolute joke. And I could go on and on and on about the stimulus, on how much money. I mean, there's been so many releases of people already going
where's
through
that shot
it.
about how much has gone to each other?
Hang on, I kind of got to, top it down.
Oh,
here,
okay,
so,
okay.
We'll get to it.
Look, I'm jumping ahead here.
Yeah, jumping ahead a little bit, but I'm gonna go right here to Tulsi Gabbard. These are both Democrats, AOC and Tulsi Gabbard. Of course, Tulsi Gabbard is a little bit more conservative than AOC to the slightest bit. But this was on Blaze Network, and we'll check this out real quick.
Get the gift of tech protection with Asurion Home Plus.
Hey, everybody. I just got back from having voted on the House floor on this massive spending bill. I voted against it, and I wanted to tell you why. First of all, this bill was over 5,500 pages long. We received the text of this bill at approximately 2:30 this afternoon, and we're told we'd have to go and vote on it just a few hours later. There is no way that anybody in Congress had the opportunity or the time to go through and read this bill to know exactly what was in it. I've been here long enough to see how provisions are snuck into these bills literally in the dark of night without any announcement, without telling anyone what is in it, and then rushed through in the manner that we have just seen tonight. This is the height of irresponsibility, and it is absolutely no way for the people's representatives to be able to represent the interests of the American people. The second thing is the central part of this bill was supposed to be about providing direct COVID relief to the American people who are struggling and who need help the most. This bill dished out hundreds of billions of dollars going towards special interests, going towards the military industrial complex, going towards foreign countries, meanwhile saying, here's what's left for you. You get $600. I'll tell you, in Hawaii, that in most cases won't even cover 25% of your rent. It is an insult and a slap in the face to every single American in this country who is struggling because of this COVID pandemic, who is concerned about not being able to pay the rent, about eviction, about whether you'll have enough to buy groceries or medicine for yourself or your loved ones. This bill is a representation of the screwed up priorities of Washington. They should be fighting for you and making sure that you, the American people, come first. This bill did not do that.
Go ahead.
So we're hearing from multiple representatives now who are telling us that this is some BS. And the people should know that this is some BS. And what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the pork that is in this bill is astronomical. And it's your tax dollars. It's all our tax dollars.
They must have just literally every manila folder that they've had under their chair for all year. They must have just stuck the mugs in that bill and said, all right, here it is.
What is it? 80 or 90% of the stimulus is to foreign countries?
I mean, I'm hearing different things, but definitely we're less than 20% of that is going to the American people. And the rest is being spread all over.
And then there's clips of oh man, I just lost his name. Man, it's a Republican senator. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham saying that it's to help gender studies, and he's like supporting it, like it's like a really good thing that we should be sending our tax dollars to all these other countries for COVID-19 relief.
I heard him talking about one country where they have the women who can't get an education and things like that. I mean, these are not new problems, and this is not the time to do that. When people on our soil are struggling, this is not the time to be worried about gender neutrality or gender equality in Baghdad. Like, do I sound selfish by saying I really just don't care?
Yeah, what happened to America First? Obviously, it's not America First, is it? With all this money going to foreign countries. Our money. I can't stress that enough. It's our money.
The money that we have paid into.
And then, we gotta pay taxes on this bullshit ass $600 check and that bullshit ass $1,200 check we got. We gotta pay taxes on that shit. And that's our tax money that the check is. Like, how backwards is that
They
shit?
gave us back our money, and then now they're gonna get it back another time. So they're gonna tax our money and then tax it again. This is what we do. Didn't double taxation, isn't that why they came here? To avoid all that?
Taxes, religious persecution.
And we headed into all that.
All of it. I mean,
With the right-wing nationalist Christians.
Yeah. Okay, alright, let's switch topics just for a second before I blow a blood vessel.
Yeah.
And we'll blow another blood vessel on this topic. But, so apparently, you threw this up there, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about this.
Oh,
and all these
goodness.
links are on our Telegram news feed. You can go to all these news stories that we're showing here. We're just giving opinions on our news feed, so go ahead.
So there's a report today that came out, and it came across on my mainstream feed, which was pretty interesting. 120 medical professionals say that vitamin D is the solution to COVID. So they actually, in this letter, an open letter by all these medical professionals to world governments, they want to let us know that 4,000 units daily is enough of vitamin D to make a huge difference in hospitalizations, death, and complications related to COVID-19. I mean, isn't that a very, very simple solution that wouldn't require the government to prepay Pfizer and Moderna millions, maybe even billions of dollars for millions of doses of vaccines?
And that it throws up another question too, right? So and vitamin D, where do you get vitamin D from?
Your body naturally creates the vitamin D when you go outside.
From the sun?
Yes.
And what have they been telling us to do?
Stay indoors.
Huh.
Don't go outside.
Don't go outside. But vitamin D cures what it is.
Yes.
Sorry for that little notification there. But, so, I mean, okay. So everybody needs to go outside. And then, Okay, now what do you do about the vaccine? You got warp speed vaccine, hundreds of millions of doses, but vitamin D takes care of it. So what are they going to do? Start removing all the vitamin D supplements off the shelves?
They'll just say it's a conspiracy. That's what they like to do. And as soon as they put that word on it, nobody will pay attention to it anymore. It'll be a laughing stock or joke or whatever. What? Excuse me, I'm gonna go over here and pull up the Twitch.
Alright. Yeah, just an absolutely insane news today on just all fronts. And there's just so much news out there. I mean, I don't see how the average person could keep up with all the news and what's real, what's fake, what's what out there. I mean, I haven't even checked what you would call, mainstream news. I haven't even watched CNN and MSNBC in a couple days. Usually, I still watch CNN, MSNBC, the Young Turks. I watch all of those because I gotta see the spin that they're putting on it. So I mean, you gotta know what the opposite side is saying and what spin they're putting on it, because the people that are listening to that news, you're gonna run into those people out there in the street, and you gotta understand how they've been manipulated and how to counteract that manipulation.
But they're also watching currently psyops on how to do the same thing for us who are telling them the truth.
Yeah.
So they're watching all day about how to deal with conspiracy theorists, how to deal with the crazy person in your family on the holidays. Like, it's literally crazy that they are coaching people to disagree with each other, and not even disagree with each other, but not have discourse.
Yeah, it's sickening, quite frankly. And then,
the narrative on mainstream TV right now is very LGBTQ.
LZY.
And I'm
QRF.
not trying to offend anyone, because who you sleep with is your business. I really don't care, but it's too much. It's too much. Too much. When my child is asking me what is gay before I have a chance to even, talk to him about anything regarding any of that stuff, it's just too much.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's everywhere. And it's being marketed to our children.
Yes, it is. And we are going to show you how it is marketed to your children right now. But be sure to, hey, all parents are not necessarily victims, but all parents have put their kids in front of the TV as a babysitter. I mean, that was our babysitter when we were kids. I mean, if you weren't outside,
you would come home, you'd watch TV. You'd watch
TV, Saturday morning cartoons,
Depending on what generation you're from, of course.
Yeah. But anyways, let's check out this beautiful little clip from a TV show. I have no idea what TV show this is from, but
one that is banned.
The one that should be banned, that is for sure. Absolutely. Let's check this out real quick.
Parents get me home?
Didn't say.
But they're not, which means I want to do it. Here, better bring a condom. I always forget to do that. Duh. If he's a classy guy, he'll have a condom in his wallet. Totes. Look, I can dress my baby like a geisha girl.
I'm not sure I'm ready to have sex.
Right now's the perfect time. If you don't bleed, then you can't breed.
Ugh, when am I gonna get my period? Donna Dottie got hers and she's 9.
I heard Donna Dottie blows dogs. Says here, some women don't menstruate till they're 25 due to the chemicals in our water. That'd be sweet. If your ovaries are polluted, then you can screw without protection till you're old.
But we're just getting to know each other. I haven't even told him how old I am yet.
Don't. He'll dump you if he finds out you're 13. Keep your mouth shut and act like you're 16.
How?
Lick your lips a lot. He'll think you're gonna blow him. Have you yet?
I don't think so.
Good. Wait. Make him buy you something first.
Like what?
I don't know, clothes, jewelry, an iPad. Something from Urban Outfitters.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on that?
Oh man. First of all, you have the one young lady who's obviously trying to look older, and you have the other ones who look about 12 years old. And this is the language that they're using. I mean, it's disgusting. What am I supposed to even say about this? I feel disgusted even listening to this conversation that they were having.
Yeah, that was a fucked up conversation. What the fuck?
That nothing to do with children. When I was that age, I was definitely not worried about any of those things they were talking about. Me and my friends might have been talking about some boys, but not in that capacity. We were folding up papers to send notes to each other. That's pretty much it.
If you don't bleed, you can't breed.
Yeah, I
If
don't
your
know.
ovaries are polluted by the water, you won't be able to have kids till you're old. What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't even say anything about
Lick your
that.
lips, he'll think you're gonna blow him. What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have any daughters right now. That's
Holy
all I have to
shit.
say.
Oh. I should be locked in a closet.
Yeah, for sure. In a box.
Never have a phone. I feel sorry for anybody that has a daughter out there. Even boys. Like, oh
Yeah,
my god, it's ridiculous. Just kids, period.
Yeah,
Like,
there's some type of perversion on all these children right now.
I mean, it's even in the cartoons. Even
Yes.
in like
Our son was watching. He was watching a cartoon called, what is it? Some comic where they go and look at they go and capture all kind of creatures. And I mean, my husband watched one episode with him, and he was like, "Oh, this is cool." Kippo, that's the name of it. He downloaded the comic book app for him and everything. Episode 8 now. That's how they get you, because they haven't said this the entire show. Episode 8, I happen to be walking by, and Kippo, of course, he's black, which, I mean, we're not even going to get onto that shit at this time. But Kippo, the little boy, says, "Oh, I'm gay," because the little girl in the show said she had a crush on him. And, I mean, as a parent, I try not to freak out, because then my kid's going to be like, "Well, what is she freaking out about? I must know what that forbidden information is." So I'm like, you know, hey, what happened on that other show you were watching the other day? And like trying to distract my son. But in my head, I'm in disbelief that I might have to explain to him what gay is. And what the hell am I going to do? How am I going to explain that?
well, I mean, we've kind of had situations with the neighbor and their son. I mean, he's come over here and said some pretty weird things about him dressing up and just all types. We won't even go into that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
on a
the
whole nother
agenda.
level, but
It's part of the culture right now. Unfortunately, it ain't our culture though. Kids don't need to be sexed, period. I don't need to know what your sexuality is. You're a child. What do you want to eat for lunch? Do you want chicken nuggets or pizza? That's all I need to know.
yeah, Morby. Yeah, we do need better neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly we got fucking bomb threats going on.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, where the fuck do we live at?
Yeah, pizza, that was not a secret call sign to anybody who's
Hey,
listening
yeah.
to this.
Hey, delete that shit for me.
Yeah. I'm talking about me because I said pizza. No, it's a disclaimer.
No pizza here.
Yes. No pizzas or gates here.
Hey, actually, Borby, I actually used to live in Nacogdoches. I was actually homeless in Nacogdoches. I actually slept on the park benches of Stephen F. Austin University at night. when I was in 9th grade, actually.
Aww,
But anyways,
poor
that's another
boo-boo.
note. Yeah, anyways. So, on to another note. Turning Point USA. So this is a group of young conservatives. It's supposed to be the new conservative. We got that. Barbie.
Oh my god.
You threw me off on that. But Turning Point USA. It's the new brand of conservatism. It's supposed to be for young conservatives, bringing up the new conservative party and all this other stuff. And this is what they had at the event the other night. I don't know if anybody watched the entire live stream. It was like 4.5, 5 hours long. But here's a little clip from that the other night. If you don't know, that is a man. That is not a woman dancing. That is a man. You got a sofa bed, Barbie? Thanks, Barbie.
We would have done the rest of the podcast on mute.
Good looking out.
Oh my god. So yeah, this is what we have going on in America right now. The agenda has spread from black people to everyone. So get you some of it.
MAGA, MAGA, MAGA.
Yes. And I mean, that doesn't mean that,
No,
like I
it's not
said, there's
directly related
anything
to
wrong
Trump
with,
anything.
there's nothing wrong with gay people.
Yeah,
Nothing at all. It's just like
burn it.
a lot, you know?
Yeah.
A lot.
So this is very interesting. A VPN was taken down today. Just in, Germany, together with Europol, takes down SafeINet, a VPN network used by the world's foremost cyber criminals. Look here. They're going to use that excuse on anybody on the internet.
For everything.
Okay? They can go in and put child pornography on your computer without you even knowing. They can bury it so deep in your computer and you won't even know that anybody was there or that the information was there. You can be set up so quick it's not even funny. They're going to use this shit on everything. Just wait. There won't be any more VPNs here pretty soon.
Yeah, what's going to happen is they're all going to get their servers seized, and then all that information that they say is private, that they say they're not tracking, it's going to be revealed that it's all kept on their servers, just like Telegram, just like all these channels that we use. They all keep the data. I mean, come on, this is the world that we're in. So, be careful out there, people. Tread lightly.
Yeah, absolutely. Telegram does download basically every single thing on your phone. So go to the settings, storage in your phone, and make sure you purge everything from Telegram. Not saying that you're doing anything wrong on Telegram, but
No,
it will
it's not
definitely.
about doing something wrong. It's about your privacy.
Yeah, it's absolutely about your
Like,
privacy.
you have zero of it in this day and age. And even when you're doing something like installing a virtual private network, you still are subject to these people coming in and seizing it and claiming some type of criminals. I feel like they're going to blame everything on cyber criminals because that's something that the average person cannot really explain the language. So they can just use that to blanket and manipulate and take over everything from some kind of scary attack, just like weapons of mass destruction. So cyber criminals is the new weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, we got a nice little tidbit here from a Moderno CEO. So let's watch this little tasty morsel here.
One of the reasons we moved so fast, we took 2 days to design the vaccine on the computer. We took 2 days to design the vaccine on the computer. Why? Because we had worked on MERS, another coronavirus, with Dr. Fauci's team for 2 years. Looked at a lot of proteins, a lot of animal models. We knew out of the gates that our best chance of the corona with our technology was the spike-based protein. And we just went with it.
Yeah, so folks are getting caught on hot mics and Zoom meetings and conference calls and all types of stuff. Real interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Real interesting. And yeah, sorry if there's a pause in between doing stuff. I've got to go to different screens and mute mics and all types of different stuff. We don't have a mixer yet, so I gotta do everything manually.
We're bootstrapping the American way.
Bootstrapping.
That trickle down economy in action.
Yeah.
Stop trickling about 3 people above us. So we're we're not.
Oh,
Excuse the pause.
Oh man. We got Linwood here talking about Moderno and Gates don't take the vaccine. We got Dr. Fauci over here getting the vaccine. You know it's just that vitamin D shot though.
Yeah.
And then we actually have this is the chief editor, Neil Monroe from Breitbart, that posted this little morsel here, this little tidbit of information. Democrat leader Rep. Nancy Pelosi headlined a high-dollar fundraiser in May that was attended by U.S.-based Islamist groups and individuals linked by the U.S. government to the Hamas Jihad group and to the Egypt-based Muslim Brotherhood movement. The donors at this undisclosed May 16th event included Nihad Awad, the co-founder of the Council on American Islamic Relations. I love your last name, Awad. According to data provided by the Nonpartisan Investigation Project on Terrorism, the CARE Group, Glenn Beck has documented the CARE Group endlessly, was named an unindicted conspirator in a 2007 trial of a Hamas money smuggling group. Also Glenn Beck did a report a few months ago, I think back in August or September, when the riots were really, really bad. The Muslim Brotherhood came out and said that they would be joining Black Lives Matter and Antifa in the streets. They also stated that they had created one of the largest revolutions in Tiananmen Square through social media, and they saw, no reason why they couldn't do it here in America. So I haven't seen them in any of the videos or anything like that, any flags of the Muslim Brotherhood yet, but who knows? They may step up and join with Antifa and BLM.
Something that I'm liking, that I'm seeing is we're starting to see some elected officials that actually have the guts enough to release this information and put their name behind it to legitimize it. So shout out to the people that are bold enough to tell us what's really going on.
Yeah, I mean, we got free speech, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So, I mean, that's what we're doing. I mean, we're using it as long as we can.
That's pretty much it. We have to share this information to you guys because you're not gonna know it otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, we're in so many different news channels, aggregating news, finding our own news. I mean, it's just endless.
Yeah, we spend most of the day researching to share this information with you guys. So we're really dedicated to this, and we appreciate all our viewers and subscribers. I mean, we got 2 subscribers while we were live, so that's amazing.
Yeah, we went from 77 to 79 subscribers here on Telegram, and we're up to 16 subscribers on YouTube. So big shout out to all our subscribers. I would shout your names out, but it looks like a lot of you are using your actual names, and I don't want to be calling y'all out on live. So just shout out to the subscribers. If you put it in some BS name, I'll give you a shout out.
But, they know who they are.
Yeah. This is a French parliament person, whatever they call their legislative people over there in France. It's very interesting. I'm gonna mute it because she's speaking in French, and we can just read the subtitles here real quick.
Certains nombres de nos concitoyens expriment une forme de défiance envers les nouveaux vaccins développés. Ils ont bien compris que la diffusion d'un vaccin contre la Covid-19 serait une manne financière colossale et ils craignent que les laboratoires privilégient les retombées économiques à la santé publique. Une part de la population s'exprime ouvertement opposée à la vaccination. Il nous appartient de convaincre ces Français, de les responsabiliser. L'enjeu est de faire comprendre aux Français que se faire vacciner est un acte citoyen. Je le fais pour me protéger et pour protéger les autres. Une vie culturelle. Nous pourrions aussi prendre exemple sur l'Israël qui octroie à chaque personne vaccinée un passeport vert, leur permettant de se rendre dans des lieux de culture, au restaurant, en définitive de retrouver une vie normale.
So now, you in order to return to normal,
everybody must have a passport that says they've been vaccinated. And I mean, yeah, Barbie, that's basically what I was about to say. We've been seeing videos of some of these people coming out saying, oh no, that's not going to happen. But I mean, come on. We've already seen the vaccination card, right?
Yeah.
That they leaked.
Yeah, we've got a copy of the vaccination card, so we'll be making some printouts if you need it. Just give it a shout. But, yeah, if you want to know what's coming to America, one, look at what Trudeau is doing in Canada, and then look at what's going on in Eastern European countries. And what type of lockdowns, what their legislative people or their government is saying. That Biden is going to fall in line with all of that. That is all the Great Reset. Mm-hmm. And they're signing on to all of it. January 20th, if Biden is in, bam, it's all coming down the pipe. And Schumer was talking a couple weeks ago that Biden should just do a blitz.
Yeah, 100 executive orders
100?
in the first 100 days.
Damn.
I mean,
100 in one day.
In the first 100 days.
Oh, so it's like an executive order every day.
Every day, basically. I mean, what's going to be in that? We have no idea. What can they come up with 100 different executive orders?
They'll shut down coal. They'll shut down oil. Actually, you know what? They'll probably nationalize oil and make it government drilling. So there probably won't be any private oil. That'd be my guess. And
They're
then
going to do something because Russia's economy is extremely dependent on oil,
natural
and
gas.
supposedly we are about to be at war with Russia somehow. So
I mean, yeah, Biden gets in. That's what he's talking about.
They're already talking about, the carbon coins, where if you recycle and if you are a good citizen, you can earn these credits because you are reducing your carbon footprint and giving you a certain amount of allotted carbon coins. This is something I've heard Bill Gates talking about to fight climate change.
Yeah, and that. Man, I totally lost my train of thought. Hashtag not my pawpaw for me. Not my pawpaw.
Yeah. At all. So.
I'm sorry. That's what it was. I remember now. The Paris Climate Accord. Trump pulled us out of that. All that carbon tax, carbon coin, all that shit. That's in the Paris Climate Accords that Trump pulled us out of.
That they're talking about getting back into.
Biden and Harris. Yeah, said the climate is going to be on the forefront. That'll be the most important thing, and that they were going to sign back on to the Paris Climate Accord. So, yee-haw!
Yeah, if you play around in the stock market, make sure you buy some solar, alternate energy type of things, because obviously they're going to want those things to be valued more in the future. And Barbie will be right back. We'll see you later.
She says, gonna go buy livestock. What? You buying some cattle right now? At 10 o'clock at night?
I hope you ain't going to somebody's farm, because they're going to get... We're not going to see you no more, Barbie. Come on now.
Hey, but a social credit score. Social credit score is coming. I mean, they're already talking about linking your browser history.
Yes, we saw a story about that today. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That sounds... I mean, how many people are going to get divorced when those browser histories become a public knowledge? Somebody's able to download that.
Well, when they actually start talking about stuff publicly, they've already been doing it.
Yeah, it tells you when you log in that incognito mode is only for you to feel better, that you don't see dragon dildos showed up on your browser history when you're trying to look for a dad gift or something,
And you know what, Borby? Going to the library for the internet, that's what we used to do back in the day for tracking and stuff like that. But you can't even do that now because, right, you got a library card, right, which is linked to you.
To that.
Then they write down the number of the computer that you're going to. All the computers are numbered, right? So they know what time you got to sign in and sign out for the computer.
Everything's digitized, so yeah, they got records of what you're doing.
So you can't even go to the library anymore.
Yes. Yeah, you need your ID. You need your driver's license, and they're probably going to eliminate all those documents and say, "Oh, we'll just put everything on this one thing." It'll be so easy and convenient for all Americans to have one thing that they use.
Yeah, it'll be a digital library, so that way that they can get rid of books and literature that they don't want. It's just like WikiLeaks, or not WikiLeaks. I'm sorry, Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Anybody can go on there and edit Wikipedia about anything and erase shit. They've been changing definitions of words they were doing it live during the Amy Coney Barrett confirmation hearings. They were changing definitions of words while the hearings were going on. It's just, I mean, we are literally in Alice in the Wonderland. It's just insane. Or the Wizard of Oz, one or the other.
We're in every dystopian TV show that's on Netflix right now. That's where we're in.
Yeah, I mean, there's even nice little hidden gems inside the COVID-19 relief bill, getting rid of or hindering the president to implement the Insurrection Act. So, they're trying to basically neuter the president and just make it like just a fucking spot in the government. Like, you don't have any power, you're just the head. You're just the talking piece, which, I mean, it's no different than it really is today, right?
Nah.
We'll try and go through this.
That's the same thing I was wondering, Borby. Like, who signed their name on that thing? We have got to find that out because it's very important. And Dallas and I were talking earlier, and I told him that with how many pages was on that thing, it felt like to me like every person that had a stack of papers underneath their chair over the past year that has been rejected or hadn't had a chance to be looked at just stuffed it in that bill. And I mean, we're going to continue to find out more information because it takes time for people to go through this and read it and then write a story about it.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to have 5,593 pages, and you had to debate for 9 months for $600?
No, they've been debating
Fuck
for
outta
9
here.
months about all the rest of the money. Like, how are we going to cover that up? How are we going to cover up, sending money to our friends over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. That's what they've been trying to figure out for 9 months.
Some bullshit.
And Nancy talking about, it's a significant amount. Bitch, you spend that on your hair.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
Here's a nice little tidbit from General Flynn. The Friday night Oval Office meeting was even more explosive than we thought. General Flynn saved the day. According to Patrick Brin, General Flynn stood on his feet in a calm, measured, and professional manner and gentlemanly asked, "Do you think the president won? Can you say you think the president won?" The question, not a single one would answer the question. Byrne further states that he told President Trump that within 30 minutes he could produce 3 people who could confirm that his own leadership has been trying to convince others to get him to concede. I mean, we saw this after the election. How many Republicans came out, saying congratulating Biden, and there's been 2 GOP Senate Republicans that have quit the Republican Party, that have resigned from the Republican Party because the Republican Party is even allowing this to happen about a contested election. They quit and went independent.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look, if you're not for the people, I mean, they're showing they're not.
All these elected officials are not.
It's a scam. It's a scam. There should be a tax revolution. You should not ever pay taxes again. Don't ever pay taxes again. Fuck them.
If they're going to misappropriate our money, at what point do we as Americans say, okay, maybe if we come together and be a community again, we can make the decision about what's best for each other, what's best for our children, what's best for our troops. Maybe our roads will be fixed. Maybe homelessness will be fixed.
Yeah. 500,000 people got vaccinated in the first fucking week.
That's a lot. 500,000 doses of this vaccine. So that's 500,000 people that's coming back for a second dose. And let's see how much these numbers continue to spike, because that's what seems to be happening. And they told us that the numbers are going to spike, so.
Yeah, oh yeah. They've come out, there's been reports by CNN saying, don't be surprised if people die after getting the vaccine. Don't be alarmed. Like, I mean, come on. And then you got the fear campaign. UK coronavirus variant may be more able to infect children. Oh no, the children, not the children. We're gonna have COVID 21, 22, 23, 24. It's gonna be like iPhones.
For sure.
There's like 300. They said the army, that army general Borby a couple weeks ago, he said that they could.
They had the capability to vaccinate
every person,
every citizen in America within 24 hours. That's what they said, and then they changed it to within 1 week. So they have enough doses for everyone, and they probably have more than that because they ordered these doses months ago.
Yeah.
/ they paid their friends at Pfizer and Moderna.
Moderna, the CEO from Moderna just said they designed the vaccine in 2 days on the computer.
Yeah, sounds
Hopefully it wasn't Dominion computers.
Shit. Thanks, Kizzy. All these people that's taking credit for the damn vaccine.
Yeah. And man, what's going on with police and the military and everything else, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. So here's a breakdown of a little bit of the stimulus bill. So of course, you get your 600. There's $10 million to Pakistan for gender studies, $453 million to the Ukraine for assistance, $130 million for democracy programs in Nepal, $3.3 billion to Israel for programs, billion with a B, $4 billion for Navy weapons. In COVID-19 relief, are the weapons getting COVID?
Yeah.
Red or blue, they do not give a fuck about you. Get 6,000 page bill at 2 p.m. voted on it at 4 p.m. They voted on something with no idea what they were voting for. 136 million earmarked for insurance, for new cars for foreign AIDS workers. I'll say it again, red or blue, they truly do not care about you. Fun fact, if they would have used the whole stimulus for American people, every single American, including children, would have received roughly $2,600. So a family of 4 could get close to $12,000. More than 1/3 of the money went to foreign governments. Let that sink in.
Yeah, let's just take a moment to really realize what all this is.
This is the tip of the iceberg.
This is beyond,
There's so many reports coming out where all this money is going already. There's people just peeling through this. I could just flood the channel with how much shit's already coming out. I mean, it's just left and right. I mean, here's the whole bill right here. You want the whole bill? I got it right here. All 5,593 pages of it. I'll give you a gold star if you read it. I don't know if everybody's seen Trump's response to this or not. He basically says where all the money's going. And then really the only interesting part was the last freaking 15 seconds of it. So I'm just going to fast forward to the last 15 seconds of it real quick. We'll check it out.
That's cruelly blocked COVID relief legislation in business at a much later date, but 2 years is not acceptable. It's not enough. Congress found plenty of money for foreign countries, lobbyists, and special interests while sending the bare minimum to the American people who need it. It wasn't their fault. It was China's fault, not their fault. I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple. I'm also asking Congress to immediately get rid of the wasteful and unnecessary items from this legislation and to send me a suitable bill, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package, and maybe that administration will be me, and we will get it done. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Before you say anything, were those China berries on the freaking garland? Have you ever seen a China berry on a garland before? What the hell?
Usually they're red. Actually, yeah.
It looks like a damn China berry to me. Anyway.
For all you Qers out there, what's the China berry mean in the background? He's gonna bomb China tomorrow. There's submarines off the coast of China.
In the deep underground military base.
Yo, this is some crazy shit right here. Okay, so all this hacking that just happened, right? All this hacking of our entire government, from our Treasury Department to our fucking nuclear program. They say it's Russia. Russia, 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 Russia. Oh, Pawpaw Joe goes to get his vaccine today, and he gets the Russian vaccine. What the fuck, Joe?
Yeah, nothing they do makes any type of sense, so I can't even make a comment because I'm tired of asking why.
What you doing, Joe? What the hell you doing, Joe?
I feel like I'm gonna be asking why. This video made me so damn mad when I saw that baby in that damn bubble.
It's not a real
you don't
baby.
get that baby out of there, that is a real baby.
That ain't no real baby. Is that a real baby? That ain't no real baby.
It looked like a real baby to me.
Borby, is that a real baby? You the
Play
one.
the video.
Alright, hold up.
That baby is moving.
Nah, that ain't no
You
real
missed it. The baby was moving.
Where? Hold up.
Don't you see it kicking?
No.
See, I'm a mother, so I saw that baby. Look at his arm.
Because they put the arm in there.
That's a real baby.
That ain't no real baby. Hell no.
It gotta be a real baby.
It's not a real baby. Borby, thank you. Thank you,
No.
Borby. That ain't no damn real baby. Hell no. Ain't about to stick on that baby be dead. I mean, it looked comfortable though. I mean,
The baby is moving in her arms.
Nah, the baby ain't moving. Look, that baby ain't blinking.
Its eye was just got smaller. Is it a baby alive or something?
It's a fake baby. What the fuck? Now look.
Baby gate.
Oh, look, you got the little glove.
Its eyes are closed now.
So, hey, but what if you could, like, slide your titty in there for breastfeeding?
No.
Look, it's got a titty thing right there. I bet you that little flap opens right there and you can slide your boob in there so you can breastfeed.
That's stupid.
I'm just saying. They closed its eyes. Thank you, Barbie. See,
Whatever.
Barbie agrees with me.
It's moving. That baby was kicking.
Oh my god. So, apparently, there was like a drive-through Christmas show or whatever, like there is everywhere now. And Black Lives Matter was marching through. I guess they're harassing some people. I don't know. Who knows?
It don't look like they harassing anybody to me. It looks like they're just walking. They got Santa, Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
I don't see any harassment. Anybody throwing punches, throwing blows. I call BS on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a short clip, so who knows?
Terrorizing
Probably not.
people. Get out of here.
Maybe they had a little Christmas spirit tonight. I thought this was absolutely hilarious. So this is from one of the channels that I'm on, Police Frequency, and apparently Law Enforcement Today, their Facebook page was being censored, and they're calling for help. Help! Fucking Facebook just blocked the biggest police-owned media outlet in America from posting articles. We have more than 100 writers, mostly cops. Please, make some noise. Why are we gonna make noise for you?
Oh, it's gonna be people that make noise on Facebook for this trust.
Yeah, I mean, there is.
That's where the blue lives. Right?
I don't know.
They're gonna make plenty of noise on Facebook. But like I say, when people that don't need to create a struggle for themselves make a struggle for themselves, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean...
Nobody cares. Help, stop killing people. Help, stop doing no-knock raids. Help, stop running over people in the field. Help. Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, you do call the police, but who do the police call? I guess they call on us, huh? To come help them with Facebook censoring. You know. I mean, we've called the police. Shit, I ain't tripping. I pay for them. I'll call them. I'll show on the hill call them.
For sure. I was going to call the police on this guy I saw today wearing a trench coat.
Oh.
I got very frightened. I thought I didn't know what he was doing. His trench coat was touching his ankles. So that's the type of trench coat that people that shoot shit wear.
It was an old ass duster. I haven't seen somebody wear a duster in...
He looked like a detective from like the 1930s or something. And then he had on some boots with metal studs on them. I'm like, call the police. Yes, he was a sort of goth. He was like a lazy goth. He only had half the outfit, half the uniform for a goth.
Yeah, he wasn't super pale like a normal goth either. He had a little sunlight to him. I thought this was interesting. The Georgia Guidestones were vandalized. Personally, I don't see why patriots in Georgia aren't tearing them down. I mean, you know, all your statues were torn down. Why aren't you tearing down this monument? Don't just vandalize it. I mean, I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying. Why?
I mean, these stones are what, 30 or 40 years old?
Yeah.
It's not like they're historical.
No, they're not
It's
historical.
Somebody put up that has the money.
Yeah. A very interesting little tidbit that just came out is Mike Pence is being sued by a few states, and it's supposedly he's being sued to make sure he can't have the final call on January 6th when the electoral votes are read in Congress. So here's some of the documents. This one's kind of grainy. I'd have to zoom in and really check this one out here. I can't. My eyes are burning already. I can't even read all that. But yeah, you can.
Yeah, please subscribe to join our Telegram channel and check out all these documents that we have. Time does not permit us to read every single one of these things that we have, but please check out the channel so that you can be informed on everything that we're talking about on every show.
Yeah, and we have a search bar. You can search for articles here. We've got everything's archived, so you can just go quick instead of sitting here scrolling through a news feed. You can just click on the links over here and go to everything much faster. But that's pretty much the news for this evening. Yeah, it's our longest stream, an hour and 18 minutes.
I mean, we could have gone longer, but we cut it off.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
Yeah,
been working on getting invites out for your TG Telegram stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Borby. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we did have 2 brand new subscribers tonight on Telegram, and then we had 3 new subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, we had a couple of viewers on Twitch, so shout out to everybody on Twitch. We do monitor comments there, so we're not as seasoned on Twitch yet, but we will get there.
Yes, absolutely. So thanks for tuning in tonight, guys.
When we get to 100 subscribers on Telegram, we will go live with video feed. So go ahead and get us to 100 subscribers so you can solve the mystery of who are the hosts of News for Free America, the burning mystery.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh man. But I hope you guys have a good night, and that's gonna do it for us. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, stay warm, stay vigilant, stay free.
Yes.
Y'all have a wonderful night.